Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Lara's Makeup World, and today I'm doing another tutorial. I've done quite a few reviews on products, different products. This is tutorial and I really want to utilize and use my numerous DIOR eye palettes. And today I will be doing an unusual combination and just let's see how it works. I've done it once and I liked it, and this is something I never thought would work together. So this is a green palette and pink lilac. So I will try to combine them two and see how can I create eyes. This is day makeup, but the only difference with evening eyes, I guess, is just you need more intense, maybe more application of darker colors and maybe a little bit more shimmer, but I will do this for the day. So what I have on my skin, I already have a skin DIOR skin product. I've got blusher, I've got lipstick. Admittedly, this is only MAC lipstick. I've done my brows using that DIOR pencil, which I just finished, but it's absolutely beautiful pencil. It gives absolutely good proper definition of the eye. It's quite thin, so I have to replace that. And I will use DIOR brush and only DIOR product today, as I promised to be loyal to that in this particular review. But mascara is the one I use for every day, which is Revlon, but when it finishes I think I'll go back to DIOR Show. Actually, I like it more. And put this lipstick, which is DIOR lipstick, on the top. So that's just to create background for the work on the face, and I've got nothing on my eyes at all. So for the eyes, apart from a little bit of rich cream. So for the eyes, what do I start with? As you know, we always need to start with primer on the eyes, and I did show you in my previous review. I'm just trying to find it, that's what I forgot to prepare. Primer, you can use, in fact this one is not DIOR again, this is Yves Saint Laurent Touche Eclair in number 2, but you can actually use it for not just underneath, but you can use it as a primer on your eyes, and that goes on over your lid and over the other one, always in a corner, so that reflects the light and makes your eyes more open, and it reflects light as well. As you can see it straight away, it just gives that all imperfectness away. Okay, so that's done. Actually, the right thing to do, I think, is to do this on the top once you finish with mascara, because mascara sometimes creates all unpleasant issues, but that goes on the top. I'll do it again. So the main thing is to do with to have how we combine these two colors and how we make it look nice. So I use, this is MAC brush. I also use the DIOR brush, which is for lines. I will use DIOR pencil in pink for eyes. Yeah, it just says Christian Dior pencil. And also Christian Dior brown pencil, crayon, eyeliner. I think it's a number. I should have written it down, apologies for that. It's getting shorter, I can't see the number, but it's just classic brown. That's for eyes as well. Okay, so I use first of all, I do like fingers, as I said before. I like, especially for the this is like a primer color. That's the first, which is very It's kind of very soft pearl, but I put it as a base. There is the same in the green palette. I think all palettes, they have this, that's the one, white-ish. All palettes got this as a primer, and using just one make is challenging for me because I would always use, I'll just show you, I'm not going to use it here, but I'll show you, Bare Minerals as a, for the crease. Those are very light and sort of turned down colors. They're very natural, and they have very nice little shimmer to that. So I do use that for, perhaps I could. I haven't got Dior. I'll probably do Dior in this color, in the sort of slightly brown. I've got grey. Oh yes, I do. So that's one of my older palettes. So I promised I'm going to use Dior today, so I will. Okay, so this one I do after we've done primer, after we put the prime base color, which you find in any of these palettes. This is old. I've got a new version of that somewhere, but okay, I can use this. It's basically the same colors. That's a pink with nude sort of brown. Use this to hide or to increase your crease. So if you have hooded eyelid, that will make it quite open and makes structure of your eye look nice. So we do this, and we don't forget this is a day makeup. It's not evening. Evening will be more intense colors. So probably pencil will be a bit harder. But when we've done this, I might turn it up a bit. We'll see. But for evening makeup, of course, we need to use evening light. So you do need to remember the purpose of makeup is to look right in the environment and in the light that you're going to be in. So if you're going out, you don't do in the evening, you don't do day makeup. And if you're going to work in the daylight, generally going to work is not very acceptable to have bright makeup anyway. So it's just in England anyway. Look darty, people would not respect you in the office if you have lots and lots of heavy. So that's it. We've done the crease. This is probably a little bit more intense than I normally would do, but that gives you idea of the crease. So it's basically like wipers in the car. So we've done that. So it gives a bit more definition to the eye. So that's it. This palette I'm not going to use later, but as I said, more affordable alternative is Bare Minerals, or in fact Revlon is very good. I find them Revlon and L'Oreal pretty decent high street alternatives. Okay, so now I'm going to use this palette first because that's the main thing, and I will add on a little bit of green into some place, and you find, hopefully you find it nice. I broke this one a bit, but that's nice shimmer. That's that side. What if it says a name? This is number 808. When I put description, when I write description on the underneath, I'll put numbers on that, so you can go to Dior if you like that and buy that. Okay, so that's a bit of shimmery, which I always put there to make it look mesmerizing. Mesmerizing is the word I'm looking for, I think. Okay, so on the pencil side, I use pink only to go into the inner corner of the eye just a little bit, almost unnoticeable, but it sets the theme. It sets the, oops, and under the brow. The more various lights and lows and ups we're using, high color and lower color, the more sort of relief of the eye we can build as we go along. So that gives you a little bit of a sort of theme. It sets expectation. This is going to be in that color theme. Then we go from darker to lighter. It's easy to build. So first thing, and I'm going to be using that DIOR brush, which is really sort of good for the purpose. It doesn't need to be too soft. It's very short and it's specifically for eyeliner. So I'm going to use DIOR that shade in the corner, which is a creamier. It's got creamy sort of structure to it. It's not like a powder, and usually just use it as liner. I like using those. They don't really come off. They are sitting very well. No matter what brand I use, what make I use Charlotte Tilbury's Always Current tip, i.e. going up to the 3/4 of the eye, which is literally there, and using the dot there, and build this up like that, which initially I have mentioned it before. Initially it felt like, why would I do up there? But actually when you close your eye and then when you join it with this, all together, it looks nice, I think. So it gives you, it lifts up your eye, makes it a little bit open and awake. So that's my good friend up cotton bud. So using the same, just very sort of fine line. Good thing about this, it never makes lines harsh as liquid eyeliner would. This is not. It's more natural, and it's good because it gives you a line as well as softness to your eye, and it's easy to blend with other colors there. So with age, I'm moving more and more towards this. And last time I bought eyeliner was about a year ago, only because it was on sale in Debenhams, and that was it. I don't think I will actually. I'll show you one eyeliner I bought from DIOR. I'll show it now, but I do review later. This is liquid eyeliner. It's more of a like liquid shadow, eyeshadow. It's really interesting and it does stay on, but that's separate another day. Okay, so that's a line done. And you may say this makeup is not different to any other because all you've got is just you've got your crease done, you've got a bit of highlighter there, and the line which is barely different to any other normal sort of brown or black or whatever. That's actually dark, very dark purple. That's that one at the bottom. This. Okay, so now, and that's all the magic starts now. You take a brush and going into the color which is your darker there, and I go with a brush just a little bit on this side of the eye. That will make it more open. Remember, we use a light here and it goes in the darker, and the whole emphasis of what color you actually need. This is where it sits. That's where it works. And I do the same on the other side. It's incredible quality. I had it for over a year. It's so beautiful. You don't need much of it. It lasts forever. It costs a lot of money. It's probably about £40 each palette, but it's so worth the money because it gives you quality. It doesn't crease. It doesn't sort of get together in the end of the day, especially if you use a proper primer. So that's that. Actually, this is much darker than I normally would go for work. I wouldn't go to work. I'm just overdoing it, I think, a little bit. And then we have this pink, and I want to incorporate a green shade into it. So with pink, I go in the closer inner side of the eye. If you do pink right across the whole thing, your eyes look tired and ill. So this is really for the inner side of the eye. It's very nice shimmery pink, which doesn't move around the eye. Actually, it just sits very nicely. I might use a tiny bit there. Okay, so that is that. As you noticed, our liner, they have brush as well for this, so I can use this sometimes. As you notice, our liner started blending up with these colors, and that's the thing, when you put liner and then shadow on the top, shadow, especially light, especially pearl, sort of shimmery ones, they cover it, so you have to do it on the top again. Okay, so that's that palette we used. I quite like another pink in a shader. It's similar, but that is I'm only using DIOR today, as I promised. So that's that. So where the green goes, and I'm only experimenting. Remember, I've done it once, and I'm trying now to remember how. So for the green one, to make emphasis, I will use the middle, lightest part. If I go with dark lilac pink, if I go dark green, it probably would look too heavy. I use green just a little bit there. Maybe more to the inside, sort of more to the crease side of it. And if you like, it's absolutely voluntarily, you don't need to follow my instructions. You can use it here, just to add on to the base. And main color of that is lilac and pink, and green is only just to make it look unusual. So that's, and now we need to I think repair the liner. So I use this first. Problem with being blonde is you have eyelashes and you don't have much color on them, like brows. And when there is a gap, there is always a gap in between. So the pencil goes right in. So there is no gap between your eyelashes line and the lid of the eye. And that's it. We've got a little bit of mascara to put on. I don't know where I put it now. Yeah. And mascara goes on the top. and up afterwards. Up is to do with the drama of life. When I put this makeup some time ago, I went out somewhere and popped into the Debenham, and I remember girls at Urban Decay, they liked it. Though I used Dior, I think the combination of the colors, which was not usual, is not something that we would expect, but that's how it is. That's how it looked, and they liked it. So feel free to improvise and do your own, obviously, combinations, and just don't do too much of each color because it looks heavy. There you go. And I think now, given that I've got quite intense eyes, I think I have to turn my lipstick down a bit. Actually, it's quite... I messed up again. Okay. So this is why, when we're using this, on the top, all things could go wrong, they've gone wrong already. And it's finished. And then we put this on the top of that. Somebody did it in tutorial some time ago, I noticed, and I think that's absolutely right, actually. I know who, yeah. Lola Marie. Right, so that's it. And therefore, lipstick. Dior. When you have intense eyes, to have intense lipstick doesn't look very nice. Your face might look vulgar slightly. So therefore, I would recommend lighter shade of lipstick, which you normally would use. I think it's more or less... Do you know what I've noticed? This eye has got more pink than that. It's just adding on to it. So that's it. So I've done hopefully mesmerizing eyes, using only Dior product apart from Touche Eclair and mascara, which doesn't really matter which you use. When I finish this, I go back to Dior Show highlighter. It's to me it's nicer. Touche Eclair in number 1 is pinkier tone, but it's far too light. Number 2 is probably lighter in terms of intensity, but it's more yellow. So by working through backwards and forwards, I think I came to the conclusion that Dior Show is actually reflects my or meets my needs better. So I'm going back to that, as well as Dior Show mascara, which is, I think, best of all anyway. Okay, and I use these two palettes for the eyes. And when I load this video, I'll put description, and you will see numbers of each palette. They always bring new colors, but I think you can always buy sort of combination that you like. My next review, and I probably will do it next weekend. I've actually done so much this weekend with my skin. I need to let it rest. Well, I'll let my husband see my eyes first, and then I'll probably just take everything off. I bought this Yves Saint Laurent purely for travel, because it has all the colors I need for the day. It's got kind of combination of what I have in Urban Decay and what I have in others. I quite like pinkier tones, and those are nude tones, so I would use that. And I do review of this, but I probably will do it next weekend, because I don't want to constantly use my skin, take off and on all the time. So, and I'll probably stay with these eyes actually. for a while. So there we go. I will see you in a few days. I'll let you have your time to look at my reviews and my tutorials, and have a lovely week ahead. And if you have any questions, please contact me. Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye bye.